What are WoT Wednesdays?
There you go.
Okay,
That's the way to do it. Here we go.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1. What have the latest WoT Wednesdays images and castings told us about Season 3 of Wheel of Time?
What are WoT Wednesdays?
That's a good question, which we'll answer. And does this latest batch of news tell us about how wrong I was about our teaser trailer analysis? All this and more in our book spoiler-filled edition of Bustin' Blockbusters. Hey, welcome to Bustin' Blockbusters. Matt here. I am joined by someone who secretly at 3 o'clock in the morning lurks around in Dusty Wheel chats all of the time. Caught her doing it the other night. It was more like afternoon, but she was very late. She wasn't going to get enough sleep for work the next day. It's Priscila. You can find her at Priscila TV1 on YouTube. Priscila, welcome.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you for outing you. Is that, she also lurks around on Tumblr. She lurks around everywhere. You just don't know that she's there. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, I'm an official lurker now. Yeah.
And she also speaks a lot about the Lord of the Rings, The Witcher, Wheel of Time, all of those things on her own YouTube channel. So be sure to check it out. We want to talk about the fact that Bubba isn't here yet again. Why is Bubba not here? Because Catfish convinced him to do a Severance podcast, a podcast you should check out. I don't know the name of it, but I'm sure they came up with some kind of crazy name for it. And you can find it on their YouTube channel.
I think it's Severed.
At any rate, this time around, he won't be here because him and Catfish are doing it. And you should check out that podcast. Just search for the Double P Media YouTube at the word double, the letter P, the word media. And if you love Severance as much as they do, be sure to leave comments with them across all social medias at the word double, the letters PHQ. As for me, you can contact me on Blue Sky only now, matthewmurdoch.bsky.social. And you can always leave comments on our videos. You can yell at me on Twitter, but I'm not going to respond. I don't go there anymore. Anyway, I was so excited to get these images. I would have stayed up late as well with the Dusty Wheel talking about these images when they came out on WoT Wednesdays. What are WoT Wednesdays, by the way?
What? Yeah, nobody knows.
They are something that people love to engage with, the fans of Wheel of Time, because it is part of the marketing strategy of Amazon's marketing Wheel of Time engine, where they release news or new images or teasers
Wednesdays,
or all of that stuff on their social medias on Wednesdays. And so we keep an eye out. We're not going to come out every Wednesday and tell you what happened because sometimes it's minuscule, sometimes it's big. But we will try and catch you up at least once a month until season 3 starts, which I believe is March 13th of this year. Just a couple of months away, less than 2 months away now. So I think somewhere around 50 days or less now. So that's great. But that's what WoT Wednesdays are. And today we're going to be talking about the last 2 weeks where we got some castings, we got some images, and one of the magazines, Reactor Magazine, actually told us which episodes the images are for as well. So we'll be able to clue you in on that. I will give a warning. I like to talk books. I do like to talk books. I can use it to complain about things or to praise things. And so we're going to give a general blanket spoiler warning for obviously season 3 of the Wheel of Time, and for, let's say, through book 7 of the series, The Crown of Swords. That feels like a nice, safe place to cut it off, because I can't think of anything that these images brought to mind that went beyond that. Priscila, how far are you again? Have you started the 5th book?
No.
What are you doing?
But I will be. You told me to read the 5th book. I will be doing it. So when we start the podcast, when we resume the podcast, once the series is returning for the 3rd season, I will have my homemade made. So I will be able to discuss with you, as you said.
That's good.
And I need to, you said until book 5, right?
Yeah, I think major events in this season, there may be some nods and hints to further along books, but I think major events in this season couldn't possibly go past book 5. There's just too much stuff in book 5 and 6 to cram it all in there. But if I'm suspecting a doorway, then that's definitely from book 5. So that's why I kept talking about that in the teaser trailer and kept saying, "Read Fires of Heaven." Darn you. Because you don't want to be surprised by that. You want to have all the context.
We'll do so.
All right. So let's first talk about some castings. This came from the WoT Wednesday from a week or so ago, perhaps 2 weeks ago. We got lots of new cast announced over the last couple weeks, including some people that are related to Elayne and some people who are, not related, but are of the same kind of peoples as Aviendha. So let's get into this. Olivia Williams, who you might know from most recently from Dune Prophecy. I know her from where she played Camilla on The Crown. Primarily, that was just an extraordinary performance. She portrays Morgase Trakan. Now, this is Elayne's mom. She is, by the grace of the light, Queen of Andor, defender of the realm, protector of the people, high seat of House Trakan. All of this comes from the official Wheel of Time press release. Morgase took the Lion Throne by winning a succession war against the other noble houses. She is capable and skilled politician, a firm yet fair leader. Just a slight variation in that description from the books. I can accept it. It's not a big deal to me. A little bit about Morgase's past is still kind of clouded, at least through the first 6 books. And so I'm pretty good with all of that. What has been your experience with Morgase so far, Priscilla? What do you know about Morgase?
Not that much, actually. She didn't make an impression.
Yeah.
Say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, because I love spoilers, I know more or less how the story will progress. But in the books, but I don't know. I'm on the fence on how they're going to portray her arc. There has been talking that there might be an end to her story already in this season, right? That's like people are speculating that, right?
I have heard that. So,
yeah. So I don't know. I think like if you have to condense the story and you have to go this route, interesting, and it's okay, and I understand that. What I'm more interested in actually is Elayne. This storyline, to be honest.
Another major casting, of course. I think we've already discussed it once before, but Shohreh Aghdashloo is playing Elayne, who is basically the sister that hangs out with Morgase for a long time, and we see them hanging out at the White Tower in one of the images that we'll talk about.
A very nice image, by the way.
Very nice image indeed. So Elayne, we know that according to her storyline, that she's going to become very meddlesome at the White Tower, even though she's been away for years, seemingly. And I don't know how far into that I want to go. I always, that nobody likes Elayne. And I don't quite understand why, because maybe it's just because she's so ignorant that she doesn't realize the evil that she's doing. Maybe that's what it is, because she can be, very headstrong and not be able to see the actual possibilities of things. And instead, and I don't know if it's because she likes power or if she's just so convinced that she's right. I've never been able to determine that about Elayne. So we'll have to see. What do you think about Elayne so far? I mean, again, you haven't experienced her too much in the books, I don't suppose.
Yeah, she's just like.
Oh, wait a minute! You've read book 4, so you know what happens.
she pops there at the tower, and things start getting weird immediately after she pops there. So she is like, let's say that she moves the plot.
She definitely does do that. She definitely
that she moves the plot, and that's good. We like people that move plots here.
We do like,
yeah. But of course, like I don't like what she does. I think it's, I mean, beyond the pale, but she does.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the key word. I cannot argue against characters that actually. I was having this discussion at the time where I still followed and talked about Game of Thrones at the end. I did this stupid live with some in Portuguese, where I was judging the characters based on where they began and where they end, with the thought, okay, this character wanted something. Did this character manage to achieve this something by the end of it? So that will be like, that was my idea of what a successful arc was, transplanted to Game of Thrones. If the character came, if, for instance, Sansa Stark, she wanted to be queen. That was the whole thing. She wanted to go south to be queen. She always wanted. Did she achieve that? Kind of. Queen of one kingdom. She wanted to be queen of 7 kingdoms. So she was kind of the middle. So if I apply that, Elida's arc is like, for as far as I am concerned, she's a very successful character. If I use this
use that metric, yeah,
she's a very successful character. She is doing something exactly like she intended to. So cool.
Exactly.
Good for her. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Elayne doesn't just have a mother who is the ruling queen, but she also has 2 brothers. And this is a change from the books, because they're going to make one of them, who is kind of a stepbrother, into, or a half brother, into
it's a half brother.
Right? Yeah. Oh, well, he's going to be a full brother, evidently, in the series. First of all, you got Luke Featherston, who you may know from Doctor Who or Big Mood. He's going to be playing Lord Gai'don of House Tracan. He is a prince in Andor. He's Morghase's son, and he's a brother to his older brother Galad and his younger sister Elayne. He is evidently a skilled fighter, famously handsome, which is not the way I think of Gai'don. Even though he is handsome, I don't think of him as famously handsome, and protective of his younger sister. They probably had to say famously handsome because Luke Featherston's a pretty good looking dude. So, that's probably why. And the protective of his younger sister, that's spot on for certain, right down to the fact that he refuses to believe a truth about Rand later on, that it just gets annoying. It really does. Callum Kerr, Hollyoaks and Monarch, plays Lord Galad. This is the older brother. Now, he is the one who is the half brother, having a different father than Morghase's husband, who they had Gai'don and Elayne with.
It's a blended family, Matt.
It is a blended family, and there's nothing wrong with that. But they've made it into a non-blended family and just said, hey, they're all of the same seed. So that's fine. Lord Galad of House Tracan. Galad is a royal prince of Andor and older brother to Gai'don and Elayne. Despite being the firstborn, which is the indication of the same blood, he is not heir to the throne. Andor is a matriarchy, and so the role of heir falls to his younger sister, Elayne. So if you think back to the stories of Manetheren, like from book 1, it was a queen who ruled, and her king went out, and he was the warder and the general, right? So that Manetheren is, of course, old Manetheren would be part of Andor today, and seems like the tradition has held up. Any comments about Galad? Because I think he's supposed to be the better looking one between him and Gallon.
There's this thing where like the characters, especially the male characters, are kind of like when they're described as extremely attractive, that takes me out of it. You know.
Yeah, I get it.
I get it. And that's the case here. Let's just say that. Yeah.
Well, just remember that he was the one with the pecs in the teaser trailer.
Mm. Yeah.
Didn't work for you? Okay.
No, I'm talking about the books here.
Yeah, in the books. Okay. All right.
I mean, the series, like visual medium, I'll probably get down to it. Let's be honest here. But I mean, when I'm reading the books, you know, like this mental image, oh, he's very attractive. Oh, the most beautiful.
You just picture your husband, right? That's what you do.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yes. Nuno Lopez, who from White Lions, The New Look. Don't know this actor very well. Here's the interesting one. He is playing Lord Gabriel, Queen Morghase's male consort, which is like in the books. Both her lover and advisor. He assists in overseeing matters political and military, much like the tradition of Manetheren. Andor is a matriarchal society, and so his power and influence, though vast, are always second to that of the Queen, to whom his loyalties and services are sworn. Now, I was shocked when we got this casting. I was expecting Lord Gabriel to maybe show up at the end of the season. I don't know how quickly he'll show up, but if they're going to end Morghase's storyline, like we talked about earlier,
it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, folks, if you didn't put it together, I'm pretty sure that you did if you've read the books, but Lord Gabriel is in fact Ravine, the Forsaken, who is using his, I guess, his powers to manipulate Morghase in a lot of ways throughout the I guess that's the fourth book or third book. I can't remember which now, but yeah. So he is a bad dude. Let's see if they play it that way on the television show. I don't know if they will or not, but I'm looking forward to this performance because Ravine was always, when him and Rand battle in Camelin, you know, and because Rand uses balefire and totally wipes him out, it reverses all of the deaths that happen there. That one gets me a lot because he just seems so two-dimensional to me in a lot of ways. Have you experienced Lord Gabriel yet? As I spoil and spatter and spurt?
No, I mean, with the Forsaken, also it falls a little bit into the category of like it's too attractive, it doesn't register. Like the Forsaken that really caught my imagination was Lanfear in the books.
Okay. Yeah.
And in the series it was Ishi. Like in the TV series, I was very enthralled by Ishi, which didn't happen in the books for me, you know. So
yeah.
Again, this can be a case of why in the series I might find the more interesting than in the books because of the changes, especially if they speed up Morghase's storyline. I might be eating my words when we speak next and say, "Oh, he's great. I love it." You know,
right? But for now, yeah, I get you. I hear you. You're just going on book impressions. We got to see what happens in the TV show for sure. And I'm not boohooing on any of this. I'm just saying, you know, the changes are very minimal, so I'm happy with that. And you know, it's just not my most fun part of the story for me. I do like Shadow Rising. I think it's a fantastic book. I think it's a lot of people's favorite book. I just prefer the ending at Dumar Wells in book 6 as probably the greatest sequence of events in the whole series. For me, that's just awesome.
Oh, great.
Let's move on. We've been talking about Manetheren, so let's just go straight to the Two Rivers. Isabella Buccieri, who we noticed in the teaser trailer, who John identified as playing the role of Fael long before anybody else did. Well, him and WoT series, I suppose. She's fairly much a newcomer, but she is playing Fael Bashir, a Saldaean hunter of the Horn, whose efforts to locate a treasured relic have led her to the Two Rivers. So they just changed that to catch her up to wherever Perrin's going to be. They met like on the road to Tyr, right? That's in book 3 is the way they originally met. And since they didn't have her cast yet for last season, there was no reason to put her on the road going to Falma. So this works for me. Although if she's looking for the horn, if she's a quote hunter of the horn, what the heck is she? Is she following? Does Perrin have it? Because Matt gave it back to the Heroes of the Horn. He gave it back to them, and what's her name just wrapped it right up and it disappeared. So I don't know if we'll ever see that again. Well, until
we will.
Until season 8.
I guess we will. Yeah.
Yeah, until season 8.
But this one I like Fael in the books.
I'm just going to shake my head because of where you're at. I like Fael in this portion of the books too.
That's what I was going to say. Like I heard from other people in the fandom, people that read the whole thing, that she gets a little bit but then she has some sort of redemption in the end too.
She does, and
in terms of like being annoying and like being repetitive or whatever, but like where I am, she's kind of cool actually.
Yeah, she is very cool, and I love the friction between her and Perrin a lot. I don't know how much of that they're going to do, but the way that book 4 ends with them, finally getting over some of that until book 6, but. The problem that I had with Fael's story, and this is stuff that Rafe can fix, is the way that it's not so much her as a character, although it's a little bit of her as a character. It's the damn storyline around her. This is when Robert Jordan was just puttering around, and it was kind of like, oh, she's going to do this. Oh, wait, she can do this, but no. Wait, we're going to go back and do this. And we're going to wait around for 2 whole books to see what happens here. And that's what kind of turns me off about Fael, because of the way that it distracts Perrin's storyline more so than anything else through a couple of books. But anyway, I am excited for Fael. I think this actress is lovely. She seems to be kind of tiny, but she seems very feisty. Just by seeing her in the teaser trailer, we saw her fighting alongside Perrin there in the Two Rivers. For the Battle of the Two Rivers. So this is going to be fun, I think. This is going to be fun. Nukaka, I suppose. I'm going to butcher all these names, folks. I'm just going to say right now, I'm going to butcher every single one of them. Priscila will correct me when she can. She'll know some of these because some of them are German, probably. So she can probably, and some of them are from the Netherlands. So she'll be able to correct me. I believe this is Nikolai.
They all sound like Nordic, not German to me.
Yeah. Well, I do know that the one who's playing Ruark is in fact a German. He's a German singer from Berlin. You might even have heard some of his records or seen some of his videos.
Of course not.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, Nukaga. Coster Waldo. I believe this is the guy who played Jamie. I believe this is his wife. That is.
Yeah. She is from Greenland.
She's from Greenland. Okay.
She was like Miss Greenland or something, if I'm not
Okay. Well,
mistaken.
she's a very attractive older woman. She portrays the eldest wise one, Bear, the most respected member of the Tardad Aiel. Something you're going to find about all of these Aiel castings is they all seem to be from the same clan, even though in the books they're not. It's not a big deal, folks. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. They just don't want you to know. They're going to have to reduce the number of clans anyway. It looks like from the teaser that they reduced it to 8. So why not just make everybody who's good and important part of the Tardad? And that way, you know which ones you want to follow. But anyway, her authority and wisdom are held in higher regard than that of the clan chief. Along with being one able to channel the one power, she has access to even more mystical ability. Dream walking. Yeah. Finally, we're going to get lots of Tel'aran'rhiod, I think, in season 3, or at least a whole episode dedicated to it. Since Rafe said he had a whole episode that was dedicated to alternate locations, which would include probably the glass columns, the rings, and Tel'aran'rhiod. Everybody's got their own journey to go to as far as that goes. What do you know about Bear so far? How much have you read about Bear? Because it all blends together to me.
I wasn't going to say I don't remember much about her. I think this thing about the clans in the Aiel, which I'm also not that deep into it, but for TV series, it actually makes sense to have one clan, the one to be like on the right side of history, let's say.
Yeah.
And as opposed to another one, then actually get into the whole politics, dynamics, feuds, and what's not. So if they're going to simplify everything, I suppose there's a way of doing it, and that will be my explanation for this thing that you mentioned, like this book change that they are putting everybody in one clan. But I don't know. I don't know if it will look too simplistic, too manichaeist, to like, okay, there is this like the good guys, bad guys thing. I don't know. Yeah. It can backfire. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, as long as Couladin isn't from the Tardad Aiel, then that's all I need to know.
Oh no, I think he's going to be the other one.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be Shido, for sure. No, Shido.
Shido, yeah.
Yeah, he's Shido. Salame, Shalom. I don't know how you say that. Gunnarsdottir, who is playing another wise one, Moiraine, of the, guess what? The Tardad Aiel. Despite not being able to channel, she's able to access a more mystical power. Again, the dream world. Tel'aran'rhiod, here we come. This is going to be important, very important to Egwene, obviously. She's already in the books. By the time she meets these guys, she's already dabbled in it a lot. The first time, I think, was with the help of some kind of ter'angreal, but then she was able to start doing it on her own. And that's how she met somebody in the world of dreams, and then was told, why don't you come and train with us? And so I don't know how they're going to weave that into the story as to the reason why she wants to come to the Threefold Land with Rand and Moiraine. Maybe it's just out of concern for Rand, because wasn't there something being said about how Egwene is concerned about Rand?
On that leak, that like the scenes that people watched on the São Paulo Comic Con. Yeah. I mean, they can make Egwene is like, she wants to learn, right? That's the whole thing. She wants to be able to access her full powers. She wants to be able to be powerful on her own. That's something that has been established since season 1. So how she gets there is not that important. but it's like it's relevant to the story that she wants to be there. So it can be Moiraine asking her to go. It can be her like having to leave the tower or on Black Aja thing hunting. It has to be. It can be like her concern by Rafe, you know. And there is also this whole thing about breaking up of them. They need to break up. They need to be together to break up also. Right?
Yeah, because they should have. They should have. They should have officially. They tried to break up 2 seasons ago in the first season,
yeah,
and
but they didn't.
All they did was hold each other's hands and yell at each other. So it's time to stop the CW and grow up and let. Here's the other thing, though. How the heck is Egwene going to get attracted, or is Egwene going to get attracted to Gai'don? Because it doesn't seem like she's going to be at the tower long enough to know anything about him.
That's true. Well, I don't know. I think there will be one scene. If they take a page out of the book, all you need to have is one meeting.
See it. I can see it now. Gai'don looks at her and smiles, and the teeth bling, like a diamond. And Egwene,
she was like,
tilt her head, and little hearts come out of the top of her head, and then we'll know.
Yeah,
just like a cartoon. Sure.
No, honestly, I think if they choose to be book faithful, in this point, it's just one scene, Matt. One scene, Egwene is done with Rand forever.
Yeah.
And then they have to give Rand 2 more scenes of him mulling over the fact that he actually wanted to break up with Egwene too, but she got it first and broke up with him.
Well, Rand's in bed with somebody else when those bubbles of evil hit him in Tar Valon. So that's got to be in the first episode, right? So I think that issue is going to be done before they get to Aiel Land.
But what I'm saying is that, like, he wanted the breakup, but he, out of like pride, he gets very into his feelings that she broke up with him first. You don't remember that?
That's right. Those salient details, they escape me.
Yeah. You are very good in what other sort of details, as I think the listeners have already got it. Then I was like, I don't pay attention to that. But this is stupid things about relationships.
This is your lane. This is your lane, baby. You drive in that lane. I'll sit on the side. I'll sit in the sidecar.
And I was like, he spent, I don't know, 3 chapters mulling over that. Egwene came. She was very nice. Hey, listen, that's what is happening. I know you don't want. I also don't want. So how about let's stay friends, huh? Cool. And he he was like, no, I'm not.
What?
Cool.
What?
Yeah, of course I don't love you, but I'm not cool with that.
Like, of course I've been with 15 other women, but I'm ta'veren, for crying out loud. But what are you talking about? How am I not ta'vering on you?
Yeah, and he's and then he gets with Elayne for like 2 sentences, and then you meet them again another 3 chapters, and they are holding hands and already like making plans about the future, and he's still got this thing with Egwene. He's like, she broke up with me.
Yeah. And then he goes, and then she goes 2 chapters later and writes 2 horrendously different letters to confuse the crap out of him, which he doesn't get yet. And in the meantime, her and Aviendha have bonded, and Aviendha spends the time going to the Threefold Land with Rand, being mad at him, being pissed at him because of the way he's treating Elayne, even though he doesn't have any idea what to make of the letters. All right. A couple more castings here before we get into these images as well. Bjorn Landberg. Here's the German dude, Priscilla, who you may know. He's been in Galileo Mystery Endurance. He's playing Ruark. He's a musician, which will be great if he gets to sing Wash the Spears. I hope he gets to sing Wash the Spears. Oh, please let him do Wash the Spears. I want to watch the spear so bad. At any rate, he's the well-respected clan chief of the Tardad Aiel. Dun, dun, dun. Imagine that. Having passed the trial of Ruidian to become chief, he's one of the few Aiel who knows what lies within the fog, though he is forbidden to speak of it. And this is what the big point of the contention of the Golden Bowl becomes, right? Because Rand ends up telling everybody, hey, guess what? I want to tell you the truth. And here's why. And that's why Rand is prophesied to break Aiel culture. Well, that and other reasons, but that's one of them. Because he does not feel forbidden to speak of it, even though Ruark is. And it's all the chiefs who realize that it is the truth. That's how they're able to suss Couladin out. Well, that and some rain. So, any thoughts about Ruark? You met Ruark early in book 2. He was the one that came out to see Rand and Matt and Perrin early on, right? Isn't he the Aiel that showed up while they were on the road hunting after the horn?
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's one of those salient details for you, huh?
He might be. You might be right. I mean, you read, I don't know how many times.
Third reread, I guess.
Yeah.
But there are people who know all 4 million words, like backwards and forwards. People like the Dusty Wheel, like John, like Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern. They're the people that ask about those kind of details. But I seem to remember where I meet somebody first. And I think it was in book 2. I do know that it's not him, or is it him? Is he the one that they meet in Tyr as well? Is he the one that's in the cage? See, now I'm getting my Aiel mixed up, which is bad of me.
He's not in the cage. The one in the cage is...
Let's see. He's the one who gets stuck at the Two Rivers with Perrin.
Yeah, Perrin. Yeah, he's with Perrin.
And Bane and he's always playing Maiden's Kiss with Bane and Chiad, right?
Yeah. Yes.
See, there's one of those relationship details that you ought to remember. Anyway, Sonovi.
Yeah.
Makodi Lund plays Melindra. Boo. Melindra is a Malkiri survivor. Well, they've totally changed that. Who was taken in and raised by the Tardad Aiel.
Gao. It's Gao.
Oh, Gaul. Yeah, that's it. Gaul's the one.
Yeah, see?
You got it.
Yeah, sorry, people. It's old age.
You know, me too. There's no space left in my brain. But let's talk about Melindra for a second here. First of all, she's not a true Aiel. So how could she possibly be a Maiden of the Spear? Well, I guess if she's brought in and raised and she's good at it, then maybe they can do that. That's fine.
Would I be a Maiden of the Spear too, do you think?
If you were raised by the Tardad Aiel, but only by the Tardad Aiel.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm going to drop this on you, Priscilla. You may know this already, but I'm going to drop it on you anyway.
No, don't drop anything on me, please. No.
Well, it won't hurt a ton of bricks. Dark Friend.
Oh.
Yeah, not good. No liking Melindra, especially now that, I mean, if she was Aiel, it makes it kind of special. Here's the thing. They've chosen this name, obviously, for book service. Will they do the Dark Friend thing? I don't know, because it all happens so fast in the books. It's like Matt says something about going to Camelin because he's going to lead the army, and then all of a sudden she's attacking. Matt's not even going to be there. He's going to be in Tanchigo, as is quite evident from these images and from the teaser, and from press releases or press information and set shots and that kind of thing. He's not even going to be in the Threefold Land. So who's Melindra going to kill or try to kill if she's a Dark Friend?
Land.
Possibly she's standing right behind him in that shot in the teaser, which we'll get to again, more shots which tell us things that I said wrong in the teaser.
Yeah,
trailer.
Don't scream at us. We are just trying to figure things out.
Oh, but we're figuring them out so poorly. So,
yes, that's true.
So let's go ahead and get into some of these images now, unless you have any other thoughts.
No thoughts. I have no thoughts. That's like you're asking too much, Matt.
All right. So
I love this. I love this.
Reactor Magazine gave us some information. There are 5 shots from episode 1. There are 2 shots from episode 2. There's 1 shot from episode 4, 1 shot from episode 6, and then 1 shot that nobody knows. Although I think I have my suspicions, which we'll talk about. I'll probably be wrong about that as much as I was wrong about these as well. Did I share the right? Am I sharing my whole screen here, Priscilla, or am I just sharing the picture?
You're sharing. You're doing correctly, Matt.
Okay.
You're a great host.
For once, okay. So our first shot is from episode 1. So what does this tell you? It tells you it's not real. 1, Nynaeve's hair, not in a braid.
Okay, yeah.
Remember that Nynaeve wears a braid unless she's in an alternate reality. Remember that shot from where they were all standing around in the ways while Lanfear was killing Moiraine for like the 17th time in this teaser shot? Same thing, exact same hairstyle. So this is definitely Egwene or Elayne's accepted test. I'm going to say it's Egwene's accepted test.
It's Egwene. Yeah. She's in the middle.
Because she's in the middle. Because she is
the main one.
Amyrlin
seat. Yeah.
Yes, she's got the flame.
The ring.
She's got the ring. She's got it all going on. I love the way Elayne looks too. She just looks beautiful. Maybe
I don't.
You don't. You don't like her hair up like that?
Can I share my thoughts?
You may share your thoughts, of course.
Can I share my superficial thoughts of it? I think hair and makeup of Nynaeve is amazing.
Yes.
Hair and makeup with Egwene is very good. Egwene's costume is the best out of the 3. And Elayne, I don't like her makeup and her hair, but I like her outfit. So Egwene, perfect from head to toe. Egwene, great dress. And Nynaeve, great hair, great makeup, but I don't like the dress. So that are my thoughts. They are very deep. And
well, yeah. That's fantastic, though, because let's talk about this. Because Nynaeve's dress is, in fact, yellow. We know that Nynaeve becomes a yellow Aja. Elayne's dress is, in fact, green. We know that she becomes a green Aja. And has to bond somebody to be a warder who you wouldn't expect. So I love that. That's book 5 too, I believe. Anyway, Egwene as the Amyrlin seat in this test. Now, here's the thing. Past, present, and future. The ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, the ghost of Christmas future. That's the way these accepted tests seem to be set up. So my guess is that this is, of course, the ghost of Christmas future, where she is that, and I bet that scowl that she's got on her face, because she doesn't look all that happy. Maddie's such a great, beautiful looking woman. I bet she's looking at the Seanchan.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? All right.
No.
I bet she's looking at the Seanchan. And Priscilla says no. We'll know in episode 1 for certain. Any other thoughts about this image? Where are they at?
There are mountains, right? Behind.
Yeah. So could that be near Andor?
Near Tar Valon? No.
Or near Tar Valon? Well, Tar Valon's only really got that one big
one,
dragon mount, and then you have the wall that's a few miles behind that kind of separates it off from the threefold land. So
I don't know what
it could be. It could be. It's just the same. It's just all of the sandiness here.
But there is sand. Yeah, that's what there is sand. Then there is green, and then there is mountains. So
yeah, could be anything. They covered all the bases just to keep us guessing. Yeah. That's basically what happened. Love it. Well, I did some supplementary shots. There's Egwene's ring, comparing it to Swan's ring.
And the gold.
Yeah, they're the same ring. It's just this one on Swan is at a different angle. And of course, the big tell is the damn flame that's on her costume, telling you that she is the flame of Tar Valon, the Amyrlin seat.
I love Egwene.
I do
She's
too.
indeed. Yeah.
Next shot. This also from episode 1. It appears that everybody's just going to show up in episode 1 at Tar Valon because this looks like a Tar Valon kind of bar. And shippers, you know what I'm talking about. You know it. You know what I'm talking about. You know.
But they look very into each other. To be fair, so
that's what I'm saying. Shippers, you know what I'm talking about. Elayne and Aviendha sharing a drink. Now Aviendha's having usquai. She's not having just wine or whiskey. She's got to be having usquai. But Elayne seems to be taken up with it too. This is interesting because you do have to have this relationship start to form if you're going to have all of the other stuff form as well.
After,
yeah, their friendship where they become sisters, first sisters in a way.
Yes.
This is important. I love the fact that they're kind of including this. I have no idea of the context. Are they having a drink to Rand? Who knows? But Aviendha is mad at Rand for a long time for hurting Elayne back in book 3 until book 5. And then she's horrified by what she does. Anyway, I'm just doing this just to see the look on Priscilla's face here to my right. That's all I'm doing. She probably knows all this stuff already anyway.
I just think that Elayne's makeup and hair is fantastic here. So that's my comment.
Look at those freckles.
She looks very sexy. Yeah.
I got to admit,
I think it's happening.
When I first saw this shot, I flipped out. And here's why. I thought, that doesn't look like Tar Valon gear. Is that Tanchico gear? What the hell is Aviendha doing in Tanchico? Why is Aviendha in Tanchico? Is she not going back home to the Threefold Land? I was mad. Oh, I was mad. And then I realized it was episode 1, and I was like, well, okay, none of that stuff's going to happen yet. So I can't possibly be mad. They can't be in Tanchico in episode 1.
You were mad, Matt.
I was. Well, I am crazy. But I'm no longer mad. Tar Valon, definitely Tar Valon.
Yeah.
Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern, who got to visit this set, has a video of himself standing in that exact spot. So we know it's the Tar Valon set. You also know from the stonework and everything. But it is Bubba's golden gal, Lanfear. My golden gal, too.
Everyone's. Come on.
Yeah, everybody loves Lanfear. Love Lanfear. That's a double L. She is glorious. Also from episode 1. So she's following everybody around back to Tar Valon.
Yeah.
Got to keep her nose in everybody's business. Even though, of course, Mogideon said, no. Don't you be anywhere around them, boys. We're going to take care of them. She's definitely looking out for them.
By the way, Mogideon, do you think she will appear only in the end? She's supposed, like, if they're going to follow books, she would just appear in the final 2 episodes, right?
Whenever Leandrin gets to Tanchico, I would suspect that's when we'll see Mogideon. For the first time. Because we have those shots from the teaser trailer.
Where she will be there. Together. Of course, yeah.
But The only shot that we have in this batch from Tanchico says it's in episode 6. So you could very well be right. It could just be the last 3 episodes.
I think so. I think I'm right. I think this is the only time I will be right.
You will be right many times. Don't you worry about that.
I don't know.
Anything about lanfear here? What a glorious earrings.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Is that like just a snake going through her ear?
Yeah.
That's perfect. That is so lanfear. I love it. Beautiful. The costumes, I haven't said enough. The costumes are just amazing. Again, I keep talking about the costumes like there's nothing else great to talk about, but man, they're so good. Also, Tarvalin, similar stonework, maybe the same bar as Aviendha and Elayne. Maybe.
It's a party. It's a party, Matt. It's a farewell party. They're all winding up. They're all getting together to say goodbye. That's it. It's a happy hour.
Is this the first time since season 1 that we've seen Rand, Perrin, and Matt in the same place?
Mm-hmm. Yes. We need to celebrate that. And they are selling drinks half price. As you can see
which is why Perrin is bought too. Yes.
Yeah.
Something else you'll notice. Perrin's hair's grown out. And his
eyes too.
The eyes are gold. He's just golden eyes now. But his hair's also grown out. So some time has passed. Perhaps the time to travel from Falma to Tarvalin. So there you go. And they got new digs. They got new threads. Think Lanfear got them for him or Moiraine?
They're all they're all wearing blue, right? So it maybe
sounds Moiraine.
Maybe they just got together and go into a shopping spree.
Yeah, they just all bought from the same shop.
Exactly. No,
which only deals with deals in blue dyes.
Moiraine gave them clothes. Moiraine said, "Here,
you wear blue. Oh, you wear blue.
You are with me. You are living under my roof. You wear blue.
You wear blue." Now, Moiraine can't get back into the tower, but she's obviously there because she's not letting these boys out of her sight. So she's probably just hanging out in one of those places that she was where she kept Matt in season 1 when he was having trouble with the dagger.
Oh, I love that episode of Moiraine. Like she was so done with everybody.
Yes.
She was like, I love when she's done. I love it. Yeah.
Because we're all done with all of them.
Yeah. As well. I'm like, yeah, that's correct.
That's correct. Anything else?
I don't know why the mugs have to be blue too, but they are.
Everything's blue. It's Moraine's place. It's Moraine's bar. She keeps it on the side. She can't be allowed in the tower anymore, so she has to have a business front in order to stay there. And so
Moiraine,
it's just called
hustler. She has a bar. She has her own clothing line.
Welcome to the Blue Aja, where you can buy outfits and drinks.
Yeah.
Yes. Matt, starting to get into some fine clothes. Matt's got a costume change. Not in an alternate reality. Hallelujah. He's not wearing that same old crappy robe that he wore for 2 seasons.
Wow. Somebody is angry.
Swan is very angry. She is weaving, looks like fire to me. I don't know exactly how they do the color.
It's fire. Come on. Look at it's basically she's burning. Look at and look at her face. She's like, really there what is this expression that you were like screaming fire? No. Pulling fire. I don't know. There is an expression about it.
She's putting it on to somebody, and I think I know who. Because this is also from episode 1. All of these shots so far have just been from episode 1. How convenient.
But But that was the leak, right? That she would kind of burn Liandrin. So
yeah, and we saw evidence of that in the teaser.
That's the evidence. All the evidence I can see is this. Like, look at this.
First thing I want to concentrate on is that. Now, you would think normally to Swan's right, you would have Leanne, but we recognize that shoulder patch. You know how we recognize it? It's Alana.
Oh.
By the folding of the clothes. And yeah.
So it's green.
So here, she's kind of in a shadow, so it looks greener. It's more kind of a teal. But here, it has more of a blue look because the light is hitting it harder, I think. All the fire light from Swan is brightening it up a little bit. But I think it's the same one. I think that's Alana with her. I also think you're right. She's directing that at Liandrin because she's weaving fire. Look who's burnt.
She's Liandrin. Girl.
She is in trouble, baby. She is definitely in trouble. Liandrin is receiving the business end of Swan's weave there for certain. Swan is channeling.
So this, like, let's say a little bit here. So season 2, Swan goes to get the dragon reborn. She not only fails, but she fails miserably, right? This is a strike 1 against her rule. Then she goes back to the tower. Strike 2 is Liandrin and the Black Aja being in full front, like, opposition against her. So that's strike 2, right?
Yep.
And then comes Elayne. Then it's game over.
Well, it's definitely a TKO, a strikeout.
Yeah, remember, because we were trying to figure out how they are going to progress this story of Swan and the fall and like the position, like being deposed and whatever. And we were like kind of like, okay, maybe they do a lot, like maybe they return and she's already deposed because of the characters that were in Cairhien, right?
Yeah.
But apparently, no, they are doing the whole story. Like, even more. They are expanding upon the story, apparently, because we are going to see a lot of.
Yeah. I think we're going to see it briefly, but I don't know.
Yeah. But like more than what we initially thought that we would see. So that's like a change. That's like being wrong in our theories that I'm not unhappy with.
Right on. Yeah, me too. Elida, speaking of which, there she is. Look at the bling. Guess what show I put on her Instagram? Can't wait for you to see the rest of it. And I'm like, you go, girl. You go. I'm yours. I'm following you. I'm Team Elida now.
I'm Team Elida.
I'm going to be Team Elida this season. How can you not root for Shuri? I mean, I can't wait to see what they do. They're going to have to make her.
And listen, like the queen is just wearing a crown, and Elida she has more gold than the queen.
Yes, she does.
Isn't that amazing? I love this detail.
But the queen's got a hell of a collar.
Yeah, but Elida has gold all over her.
All over her. She's got bracelets.
Look at it. Bracelets, rings, earrings.
I mean, bling out the butt, baby.
Yeah.
Here's a couple of interesting thoughts about this picture. Let's go all the way back here to the back.
Oh, do you think this man is someone?
Is that just a red shirt?
It's a red shirt. It's a red shirt.
It's a shirt. It's a shirt for Elida.
I don't know.
Who is this dude?
He has a nice beard.
Is that Lord Gabriel? Is that Lord Gabriel?
Beadoman.
I don't know who any of these people are. These are the only two people I care about. Morgaze, Olivia Williams looks fantastic. Shori always looks fantastic. There was yet another debate. I don't know if you were in the chat at the Dusty Wheel for this.
Maybe this is Elayne.
Elayne or Elayne. This is from episode 2, which makes me think that Elayne will already be gone. Yeah. So since we know that information, it looks like, actually, you remember, they've been talking a lot recently about a scene where Morgaze really puts it to Swan and says, where the heck is my daughter? And I can't remember right now if that happens in the books or not.
But it's not, if I remember correctly, it's not like a direct thing. It's like Elayne is here and the queen is like pissed and like kind of describing what happened more than like showing. Yeah.
So they're just going to do it in person so that they can kill Morgaze, according to you.
I don't know. I mean, Rafe has a plan, right? And if your plan says that he wants to bring for Morgaze, and that he has a limited amount of time to actually tell the story, then I would say it's right now it seems a strong possibility that she.
How are they going to work it so it looked that Gai'don thinks that Rand did it? Because that's Gai'don's whole thing for like from the time that Morgaze disappears onward.
But Matt, if they manage to establish that Gai'don is an idiot. They don't need to give him like any fundament, anything for him to believe in.
If they manage to truthfully establish that Gai'don is an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, there are people right now that think the earth is flat.
Is it?
So
I mean, my floor is flat. Therefore, the earth must be flat.
So I think no, but I think there is a way of doing it.
Okay, I trust you.
I mean, no, and there is this whole thing. Remember Perrin that Perrin killed.
Perrin killed Daddy Bornhole. Yeah.
This doesn't happen in the books. So. And it definitely happened in the series because we all saw it, and there was no
in slow-mo. Yeah, in slow-mo.
And this will have to have an effect on the Two Rivers plot line, right? So I don't think, based on past experience with the series, that they would not do that. Just to think, okay, then I cannot do this later on. I think they already did this with Perrin, so they might do it here too.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't think Rand's going to actually kill Morgaze. I don't think Rand's there anymore.
No, I don't think Rand is going to.
But I think Gai'don is definitely going to believe it. Yeah, Gai'don's definitely going to believe that it's all.
Yeah, I think it's like in the books, it's like Bornhole, son Bornhole just got this idea that Perrin killed his father. They change it. It's definitely there. Like Perrin definitely killed his father. So this will have an impact now because we are going to the Two Rivers and the White Cloaks are going to be there, right?
Is Chow Balder going to appear at the Two Rivers?
Of course he has to. We live for that. We live for Child Valda and Perrin face-offs. That's the whole series. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. I think they already did this kind of changes in the story before, so I can see them doing it.
Let's get back to this. We've strayed off too much. Look at that crown.
Yeah, every time Child Valda comes along, we get too deep into it.
Yeah, Child
She's
Valda.
beautiful.
She is,
and she looks so different. No, Olivia Williams, like with this makeup and everything.
Yes, she definitely is not Camilla from The Crown in this particular shot. Here's the question, though. Same crown? Same crown?
Same crown.
So That being the case, something terrible could happen to Morghese, and Elayne has to take it if she's still in Tar Valon. No. It's an acceptance test.
I think it's a test.
Is it a possibility that this is part of the accepted test?
Do you think so? I don't think.
And that she dies in Elaine's accepted test.
That would be a very elaborate accepted test. And are we going to see Egwene's and Elayne? So I would assume that they are going to focus more on Egwene at this point.
True, but Elaine's got to go through it.
Yeah, but it can be just like, oh, I got my accepted test, and then you have this flashback of like this scene. It cannot be like it could very well be not like a in depth.
Right.
You know.
I agree. They will have to truncate one or the other.
Then cut to March and is an in-depth accepted test.
I can see it now. Wait a minute. What they're going to do is they're going to show both accepted tests at the same time. They'll do the swipe transition. That swipe transition back left. There's Elayne. That swipe transition back right. There's Egwene. That's the way they're going to do it. Exactly. Yes. There you go. Okay, so there goes my theory. That it's all the same.
Matt, we are on fire here with our theories. It's amazing.
I love it. Anyway, so we both agree.
No. Just keep this. Look at this body.
Well, I was just gonna
look at Rand. Look at this haircut. Really like the haircut. And
you
he
just
has
want to
a
look at the
sword.
booty.
Yes, you know me.
Yeah.
You know me.
Now,
I apologize. It's true.
Here's something interesting.
Yeah, let's focus on the faces. Focus on the faces.
Everybody is wearing business casual, as you do in a threefold land.
Yeah.
Or when training. When sword training. This is the sword training scene. More of the same thing that we saw in the teaser. I'm not that excited about that anymore. Here's what I am excited about. Now, we know that Rand burned his sword up.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Land's sword. You know how I know? Because it has that writing, and because of the pommel, the hilt guard. Our friend Lard from Unraveling the Pattern said that's definitely the hilt. Many other people have said that's definitely the hilt. But
and what?
The tweeter of so
what
Land,
is about his sword?
Okay, so look at the writing on here. There is writing.
What do you say?
Now, the tweeter of chaos, the person who runs the Twitter account on for Wheel of Time, or no, he who tweets with the dawn. Tweeter of chaos is not working this year. He who tweets with the dawn, who did season 1, then Tweeter of chaos did season 2. Now he who tweets with the dawn is doing this. Said zoom in and enhance. So that's what people did. Guess what? Pavara T on Blue Sky picked up the old tongue language there. Not even going to attempt to say it. My old tongue sucks. But I will give you the translation. Lord Agelmar from the Shinar in season
the first
1.
season, yeah.
Yes. So that's what is inscribed on there. Love it. Love it. So that's the big Easter egg there. That's also from episode 2. So they haven't gotten to the threefold land yet, which is why they're training in the mountains. Probably threefold land's probably on the other side. Right over there on the other side. Well, miles and miles and miles over there on the other side. But see, I'm boring you to death. All right.
No, I just had to work today, so.
So you've been up for 20 hours. Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Plus the 4 hours of sleep that you missed earlier this week at the Dusty Wheel Chat. Yeah. So let's move on to episode 4. this shot is naturally just the front look of the shot that we saw in the teaser trailer, where they're overlooking Ruidian. We have people here, many of whom we just learned about their castings. Before we get there, though, I want to ask this question, because I've just put question marks by this person's name. Is that Maddie? Is that Egwene?
That's Egwene.
Okay. Because I didn't label it that way, folks, so I apologize if you're looking on YouTube. I just put a question mark beside it because I didn't have high-res images at the time. In fact, the images I left for Priscila were very low-res, but these are better. So we have Bear, Melinda, Lan, no idea, Ruark, Rand, Moiraine, and Elayne, I believe. Let's find out if I was right. Yes, Bear. So there's Nikolai Costa-Waldau's wife, Nakaka. There's Melindra. Boo, Melindra. Boo.
That's Lan.
There's Lan.
Wow.
You know what? Now, to me, I didn't put him. I put a question mark by him too because we haven't seen him yet. But doesn't Couladin want to go into Ruidian as well when Rand goes? So could this possibly? Does he look like the dude from the trailer that was showing off his arms to the Golden Bowl? The other dude dressed in black.
But that was the picture was so fuzzy, far. We couldn't. Yeah, we couldn't see it. So it's kind of like it's a question mark.
There's Ruark. So do you recognize that guy now? Does he look like a rock star from Germany? No.
He looks German. That's for sure.
He is an excellent singer, I am told. I've not heard any of his stuff. We know Rand. We don't need to talk about him. Moiraine's hat is just glorious.
Wow. She's so hobo. She's hobo chic. She's like, you know what she's reminding me now? Honestly, you know the Mummy, the first trilogy.
That's not the first time I've heard that this week. That's perfect.
Really?
It confirms. Yeah. I heard that last night on Threefold Talk.
Yeah.
You got it.
Me the Mummy vibes. Like
You've got it. You've got it. I love all this stuff. There's Elayne.
Egwene.
And we've established that's Egwene. One of the things that I just find so interesting about this, Melindra, is that
she's beautiful there. She's very good. Yeah.
I could have sworn that she was Aviendha.
Me too. Same here. So another mistake of course.
I specifically said I'd recognize those chicken legs anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I did not. Obviously, that was very just.
It was so wrong.
Chauvinistic and all kinds of other things. Whatever bad names you want to put me. Maybe not racist.
Cancel.
Yeah, I should be canceled. So here's the thing that I've figured out. She's wearing her spears over her left shoulder, which means this is probably Melindra as well. Because I don't think it's Aviendha, because Aviendha wears her spears over her right shoulder. They don't make mistakes like that in promotional photography. She's going to wear those spears over her right shoulder all the time. This is while they were shooting for season 3 that they posed for that picture, even though they were just promoting for season 2 right before the strike happened. Now, Bane, she wears her spears over her left shoulder. So it could be Bane, but let's doubt that because Bane and Chiad are probably going to be with Perrin as they are in the books. Chiad. That's all I got there. So, yeah, I was mistaken about all those shots in terms of trying to tell who people were from behind. But now I know. I know.
I know. If I see an Aiel, people from behind.
If I see a spear maiden
from behind, I can do
over
it.
the right shoulder, spear maiden over the right shoulder, then I go for Aviendha. Otherwise, It looks like the majority of them wear them over their left shoulder. So does that make them left-handed? I know Bane is left-handed in the show. I don't remember in the books if they even specify. Now, Chiad is evidently ambidextrous because she just crosses. Doesn't matter which one she grabs first. Aviendha, she threw a spear with her right hand as well at Falma. We saw that in the show. Episode 6. Tanchico for sure. We have men, we have Nynaeve, we have Mat, and we have a gentleman in a hat showing something to Mat and Nynaeve and men. This gentleman's in a hat. Could this be Julian?
I love that Nynaeve is so protective of Mat. Look how she's
clutching onto his arm. Well, I mean, he's going around wearing lace and trying to show his nipples.
Well, he wants to show off. If
you know Mat,
away from the tower, and he has new clothes. He wants to show off.
If you know Mat from later books, you know that he likes his lace. So it's good that he's got some lace going, kind of lace.
And you think that he's going to get this hat?
I'll tell you what he's doing. He's looking at this dude saying, "I want your hat. I want your hat," because Mat has to have a hat that he pulls down over his head. But I'm wondering if this is Julian. Doesn't Julian always wear hats? The dude from Spear who goes with Tom and him.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom and Julian end up with Nynaeve and Elayne.
I mean, I'm more concerned with Tom that he is kind of a serial killer mode at the point. Like
with Tom?
No.
With Julian?
I'm confusing characters. Oh my god.
Julian is a kind of a bounty hunter, right? I think.
All I know is like Mat at some point he just screams, "Dude, stop killing!" Like,
well, Tom's
and it cracked me up so much.
This picture is so clever.
So maybe that's it.
It's the cleverest picture for hiding spoilers, but still giving fans an idea.
Think basically that Mat is going to get this head?
Look.
What is this?
Guitar headstock.
Do you think is...
Look.
Now I see it. Now I got you. Do you think this guy...
That is Tom Maryland's hair behind Julian. I think it's Julian. Bam.
No, he was on a killing spree, Mat, in book 4.
Well, Tom was, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
and you said what? And you guys were gaslighting me.
Yeah, but he wasn't. No, I wouldn't do that.
You just did it. He was in a killing spree.
Same headstock. We definitely have Tom Maryland in the back. He's saying, "Hey, we gotta go.
Yeah.
While Julian, or whoever this guy is, I'm going to say it's Julian until I hear otherwise. Because they haven't announced the casting for that. I don't even know if the character's going to be in the show. But he's definitely showing something.
Okay, Mat, do you think we are going to see 4 Forsaken?
We got Lanfear. We got Mogideon.
Yeah.
We've got Ravine. Although will he be revealed as?
And we are talking about musicians. So do you think we are going to have the 4th?
You think we're going to have Asmodean?
I'm asking you. Do you think?
I don't think we're going to get Asmodean.
Okay, that's what I was kind of like.
Or I think that Asmodean and Ishamael kind of be combined. If we get them, they'll be combined. I don't know how they're going to work that, but they both got to die by the end of book 7 anyway. So Asmodean dies much earlier, but
if they are going like timeline wise, like combining things, I could see it, but casting, we don't have anything for casting, right?
Not for Asmodean, or not some. The closest thing we've got to a singer or musician is Ruark, and that's just so he can sing "Wash the Spears." Wash the Spears. I can't wait for that song. That's going to be so great. Hey, look, we do know it's Tanchico for a number of ways. First of all, they're all dressed crazy. They all look wonderful.
They all look great. Yeah,
they're at an outdoor bar. Tom's very nervous because he wants to go kill somebody, according to Priscila. Hey, we got to go. I want to kill that guy.
Hey, stop being so.
If you fought a Murdral, if you successfully fought off a Murdral, you would want to kill everybody too.
You should not jest. That was what he was doing in the book,
I'm more worried about what they do with Tom and Elayne than I am about what they do with Tom and killing people.
Well, what do you mean, Tom and Elayne? About the thing that Elayne is remembering, having some childhood memories? Is that what you kind of
some childhood memories and a little bit of crushing? That's very awkward. Yeah.
No, come on. I mean, and he's supposed not to be that good looking, right? Tom Merrily in the books. He's supposed to be kind of an old dude. So, nobody knows.
Come on. He played Days to Mars for years. He had, like mother, like daughter. Mom had the hots for Tom, so therefore daughter has the hots for Tom.
No, they were together, right? Morgause and Tom.
Yes. So mom's got the hots for Tom, therefore Elayne has the hots for Tom. Let's see. One other thing here. Min's in the same outfit that she was in the teaser trailer. And since we know this is Tanchico, then she must be in one of the museum storerooms.
She's so good looking here. She looks very good.
Yeah, Min is gorgeous. Min Fairchild, one of my favorite characters.
I really like the tattoo here.
Yeah, looks great.
Yeah. But Nynaeve too. Like, they all look great in Tanchico. I'm looking forward.
Yeah, that should be fun. Although, they can't. Are they going to be looking for the male Idom? Idom? Because that doesn't.
I think so.
Are they going to find a seal? I don't think they're going to find a seal because in the show, Ishi broke them all already.
So Bail-Domon, he's there?
I don't know if Bail-Domon's there or not. He ought to be. But will he be? I don't know.
Will he?
The other thing is that because Matt is here, this means they're combining the Ebadar storyline, which makes me worry that they're not going to do the Bowl of Winds at all. They're just having him search for whatever they're searching for now, unless they're going to skip the whole male Idom thing and have him looking for the Bowl of Winds while they're looking for the Black Sisters. Could the Bowl of Winds possibly be in the museum instead of the male Idom, instead of one of the seals? I'm asking too many questions that have zero answers as of yet.
Where is Elayne here?
That's a good question.
Is he in Bubbles of Evil with his friend?
Well, this is episode 6, so let's hope that the Bubbles of Evil are over. Yeah. She's gonna end up crushing on Rand for sure, and she's gonna have a conversation with Aviendha about it.
It's episode 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
End of 1, beginning of 2.
And this is 6.
So that's episode 6. Here we have Rosamund Pike, Moiraine. It's the only picture that we don't have in episode 4, episode number 4. We've seen her holding the Choden Call, which I believe is a Choden Call access key before, or it could just be the Choden Call itself if they want to just, not have to build a CGI statue half buried in the dirt somewhere. That's fine. She is dressed beautifully. Doesn't look like it doesn't look like the same kind of clothing that she was wearing in the other shots. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. Here's why I think this is episode 4 and not the end. Because Moiraine is talking about how she's seen so many futures where lanfear takes her out. Look at that outfit. Same
the outfit. Yeah.
So I think this is a possible future where she uses the Choden Call and lanfear says, no. It's either that or this is the actual end of the season, which would be episode 8, obviously. And she's using the Choden Call or whatever they're going to call that sangreal. And her and lanfear have a confrontation. And this confrontation, amongst all those other ones where we saw lanfear cutting Moraine's throat and strangling her and all those other things, this one is
the real one.
This is the real one. And this is where Moiraine is conjuring the door with Choden Call. And whoop, we will fall back in.
Oh, no. How dare you? I
know. I'm mean. I'm mean that way. Folks, what do you think? Matthew Murdoch.psky.social at the word double the letters PHQ, wherever you explore social media, except OnlyFans. Bubba has a different account there. He won't tell me what it is. Priscila has an account there too, and she won't tell me what it is.
And that's a lie, and I will sue you.
Defamation?
Yeah.
Priscila does not have an account there.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What do y'all think? Any other thoughts about any of these shots? Anything you want to go back and check out before we leave?
I just want you to admit that I was right about Tom.
That he's a murderer?
Yeah, that he was on a murder spree. That he was like on a killing spree.
Yeah. That's a matter of interpretation.
Okay. Gotcha. Like, he was killing so many people that even Matt was like, dude, stop. Can you stop killing for a second?
Well, Matt's got some killing to do on his own in the near future. He didn't want Tom to run up the score too much, so he'd have to spend his whole life catching up. Mm-hmm. Final thoughts about any of these pictures, any of these castings, anything?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to see everything, how wrong we are, how right we are. Well, I'm just ready. I mean, and most importantly, I'm ready to see lanfear and torture, like trying to manipulate and possibly torture Rand and Moiraine. That would be great.
We're recording this on the 24th of January of 2025, ladies and gentlemen. We have not gotten a full-length teaser or full-length trailer yet.
Also true.
Priscila, will we get one for the next WoT Wednesday, which would be what, February 1st? Or January 31st? No, February.
I think
January 29th.
2 weeks from now, I think.
Okay, so Priscila is marking down her spot for February 5. That would be just a little over 30 days out. I'm going this week. I'm saying they're going 45 days out.
Okay.
That's my guess. So the next time we come back to talk about a full-length trailer, you'll know who was right. Or if you don't, Priscila will be sure to tell you, especially if she's right.
I'll probably forget about it.
She will.
Yeah.
At Priscila TV1, be sure to check out our YouTube channel. It's a Portuguese-speaking YouTube channel, which covers all kinds of great fantasy stuff. Lord of the Rings, Wheel of Time, The Witcher. Are you still doing Witcher?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the
Everybody's waiting for season 4, yeah.
Waiting
for baby Thor.
I would love to talk about Dune Prophecy, but I had no time because I started working again and life has been crazy. So
This has been Matt. Bye. How do I stop this recording?
Is it still there?
How do I stop it? It's not giving me a chance. Oh, there it is.